You don't fail because life is unfair or because you were born unlucky. You fail because the moment things stop feeling good, you disappear. The second the grind becomes heavy, the second the results slow down, the second your comfort is threatened, you start negotiating with yourself. You tell yourself you'll come back tomorrow, next week, when it's easier, when you feel better. But tomorrow never comes for people who run from discomfort. Every meaningful change demands pain, boredom, sacrifice, and repetition. And you hate that part. You want growth without strain, success without pressure, strength without struggle. That's why you quit. Not because you couldn't continue, but because you didn't want to suffer long enough to become different. The truth is simple and brutal. Discomfort is the price of entry. And every time you walk away from it, you hand your future back to the same life you complain about. You talk like someone who's going to win, but you move like someone who's afraid to try. Your words are confident, ambitious, dramatic. You tell people what you're going to do, what you're building, who you're becoming. But when it's time to act, your energy disappears. You plan endlessly, research endlessly, wait endlessly. You mistake talking for progress and dreaming for discipline. But the world doesn't reward potential. It doesn't care about your ideas or intentions. It only responds to execution. Every day you say you want more, but your actions vote for the same results. You scroll instead of working. You delay instead of committing. You choose comfort instead of effort. And then you're confused why nothing changes. Big outcomes come from small actions done consistently, not from loud promises. Until your behavior becomes louder than your mouth, failure will keep showing up exactly on schedule. You've mastered the art of explaining why it's not your fault. You blame your environment, your past, your lack of support, your timing. You say you would have succeeded if things were different. But the truth is, excuses feel safer than accountability. Excuses protect your ego. They allow you to fail without taking responsibility. And as long as you keep protecting your pride, you will keep sacrificing your progress. Life doesn't care about your reasons. Results don't negotiate with explanations. People who win own everything, even what isn't fair. They don't waste energy blaming circumstances they can't control. You do. And every excuse you repeat becomes a brick in the wall between you and the life you want. Failure isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, logical, and convincing. That's why it keeps winning. You say you want success, but you avoid the isolation it demands. You don't like being alone with your thoughts, alone with the work, alone without validation. You need noise, company, distraction. But real progress is lonely. No one claps when you're training at dawn. No one cares when you're studying while others relax. No one praises you for discipline. And that silence scares you. So you escape it. You stay busy but unproductive. Connected but unfocused. Entertained but empty. Yet every person who has built something meaningful had to spend long periods alone doing boring, repetitive work without recognition. You fail because you want results that only solitude can produce while refusing to sit in that solitude long enough to earn them. At the core of all this is one hard truth. You don't respect yourself enough to be consistent. You wait for motivation instead of honoring commitments. You break promises to yourself and then wonder why your confidence is gone. Every time you don't show up, you teach yourself that your word means nothing. Winners aren't special. They're disciplined. They act even when they're tired, bored, unsure, or uninspired. You don't. You treat consistency like an option instead of a standard. And that's why your life looks unstable. Self-respect is built through repetition, through doing what you said you would do, especially when you don't feel like it. Until you learn that, failure won't leave you alone. Nothing changes until you do.